Hi, it is iYikkam time again. So due to there are many questions on the yjkym which I present, which is not the same with what people usually do. I have many questions come to me. And I like to share with you the reason in more details so that you know why I do things as it is. Okay? Now, before that, for those you have this book, in page 70, please make a corrections. Okay? So instead of inwards, it is outward. Okay? So let's go for the yjkym, so you know what exactly happened. Okay, so the reason the yjkym I show is that the feet is outward, it's not inward, okay? And in the book it's saying that it can be straight or outward. It is because we need to take on considerations on the human body biomechanics, the breathing, the chi flow, and the force flow, or the 7-ball control. Okay? Now, everyone can try it. As soon as we do this part will be heavy, this part will be heavy. Okay? It is holding there, tense up there. This type of stuff will not give a human a full mobility. Like it or not, Wing Chun is a martial arts. It needs mobility. Okay? And in terms of the joint structure, that is not optimized for it. In fact, it is pulling reverse here, because right now your kneecap is under stress, your ankle under stress. The same thing is you do this. As soon as you do this, this hip area, it tenses up. This is just human body nature. Okay? So, human body structure, because we know whatever this chi flow, the meridian flow, the breathing, and the force flow, action reaction, force handling has to base on physical. If the physical is not optimized or proper or have a degree of freedom, then the force flow, which is action reaction force handling, is imbalanced. Okay, and a certain place it will be stagnated. The breathing, the chi flow, follow that. Okay, because they have to flow smoothly. Now, if we do this out this way, okay, naturally, one will feel right away that the knee will not feel the pressure or the tensing. The hip also will not feel the tensing. In fact, the lower foreball loose up right away. As for one people do this, no matter how one to lose it, one cannot do it because it's locked up there, hold on there. Same with this, you're using force already. But for this, you don't have to do anything. As soon as your body is coupling, your feet is coupling properly to the ground, everything is loose up. Okay? This is the type of the stance which is people in ancient time practice the willow, the plum flower waved by wind, or the willow body. Okay? That is how it is. So if we talk about the three keywords of the internal art: loose, the body is loose, the mind is quiet, and the breathing is nature. Once you do this, it's not going to be loose. Everybody can try that, or even go to the research lab, put a sensor inside there and see the muscle reactions. Same thing is here. Okay? This part. Okay? So if you do that, this part, this part, this part all jam up. Meaning that the lower body is not handling properly. And thus, if you want to talk about the action-reaction force control or handling, then it is impossible to have a high efficiency or high effective handling. This is just so practical physics and biomechanics. Okay? Now, let's get into the second thing, which is the breathing. As soon as you do that, this huan tiao, this side, okay, this side will be stuck here. Versus when you do this, this is have a lot of freedom. That have to do influence your lower abs breathing. Okay, the lower abs breathing, this two side will contract in. As soon as one do this, it will not contract in, it lock up. Okay? So, if you lock up, the breathing is not going to get full body. So that is in terms of breathing, because you want to check the 6 core element. The third thing, the 3 yin meridian flow up to the chest this way. The 3 yang flow from the head downward. The minute we do this kind of stuff, or have any any holding, okay, in the lower part of the body, that flow is not going to be fluent, but it will be sluggish. Okay? Because it do not follow the body has to loose. The qi flow can flow only if the body is loose. When we do this, or anything, or especially the hip lock up, the 3 yin flowing up and the 3 yang flowing down is not going to be able to do it. Okay? So this is from the qi flow. The fourth point, the action and reaction force. When one do this, it's where I say this is holding, this is holding. Or if you do this, it's holding this way. That is going to block the handling of the action reaction force, or desensitize it, to drop the sensitivity of handling. Okay? Because you always need something to hold there. Okay? So based on this 4, it doesn't work. Because it doesn't accord to human body. Same thing is this. This jam up. It's not going to support what is written in the yjkym concrete. So people can argue, oh, everybody's interpretations on Wing Chun. Well, how can you interpret Wing Chun this way? You know, as an engineer and a scientist, number 1, I follow the concrete, what they say. Number 2, I check is that make sense in human body. If the human body doesn't make sense, then don't follow it. Who says those in ancient has to be right? In this case, human body need to be this way in order to implement what in the concrete. Okay? And once one do that, one do not have to spend 10 million years to practice this and thinking that we're going to have willow body some days. You cannot get there because it's jammed there already. But for this, 30 minutes, one can have a sense of what's going on. Okay? So that's what I want to share with you. All of this is not come out of the blue. And I'm not going to follow anybody's teaching without the biomechanics, the physics, the yellow and black classics. Check it with that. Okay? And it is not just because of a usual situation is like, hey, you know, this is not Wing Chun. Then the question is this. Can you tell the law of nature or the law of physics that because you practice Wing Chun and the law of physics has to bend the rules for you because you are a Wing Chunner? Will that type of thing happen in this world? Or the law of physics have no care for whatever style you practice. If it violates it, it violates it. It will not work. Okay? So that is for the yjkym. So people might say, oh yeah, you know, that is work good for the health. Develop your chi and so forth, get healthy. How about in the applications? Well, let's ask the questions. If the body is not conditioned properly or have a proper habit or proper handling, how is it influence the mobility of the full body? Can we go this way every day? Have a habit of lock up the knee until we don't know that it's locking up, and then we expect to have good footwork, highly dynamic mobility? You can, because your muscle memory and your habit. So, in my understanding, and actually it is in the Queen Creed, we know the first is the body has to be optimized. It is like a car. You tune it, the engine is optimized, then you can race it. If the car engine is tuned completely out or imbalanced, how is what one use the car to race? Can one say that, oh, because I have to be cornered, okay, put a lot of left cornering, then my four-wheel, I have to tune it so that it's offset. Will that be a proper logic to do in engineering? It is not. Okay? In science and engineering, that car has to be tuned properly. So when it corner, it be able to handle. Otherwise, it is offset. So when you go into the straight road, you go sideways already. You go off the track. So this is what I like to share with you today. Yes, this is the yjkym. 7 bolts, lose up everything. That's how the human body is. And that's what written in the yjkym Queen Creed. If one follow that Queen Creed, if one doesn't care, then it doesn't matter. But for me, is that this is the ancient Queen Creed, this is biomechanics, this is the law of physics, this is the law of classic. That's what I'm based on. I don't give face to anybody or any style, because as soon as one don't follow the law of physics, the biomechanics and the yellow and classics, it's not going to work. We know they designed it with these 3 keys. Okay? So this is for you today. It's up to you to accept what I'm saying or not, because everybody is free. I'm not running a cult, I'm running an education. Okay? And I want this to be clear like this today. It's already pretty late in California, Silicon Valley, but it's a usual thing. any design engineer, if any design is questions, right away one straighten it up, because tomorrow might be too late. So this is for you today.